When it comes to perennial weeds, like dandelions, fall is the best time to control them. First, let's define the weeds we're talking about. A perennial weed is one that comes back on its own year after year. Examples, in addition to dandelions, are ground ivies, white clover, and plantains. These are all broadleaf perennials with wide leaves that grow out from a central point. They often have flashy flowers too, like the dandelion. When you try to control weeds in your lawn, it's best to start with the most basic control, by digging them out. This works great if you have only a few weeds. For additional weed control, many people turn to herbicides. Used judiciously, they can be a big help. But don't depend on herbicides to do all of your work for you. A healthy lawn begins with good lawn care practices, mowing and watering correctly, and fertilizing at the correct times. If you follow these lawn practices, your healthy lawn will squeeze out weeds automatically. If you choose chemical control for your dandelions and other perennial weeds, you'll need a post-emergent herbicide. As its name implies, post-emergent herbicides attack the weeds when they germinate and just emerge from the soil. You're probably thinking that dandelions go crazy in the spring, but fall is when they get their start, which makes them easier to get rid of because they're so small. When you go to your garden center or home supply store in the fall, read the label on the herbicide to be sure you're getting the broadleaf perennial weed killer you need. The product should contain a three-way combination of ingredients. Look for chemicals called Mecoprop or MCPP, 2,4-D, and dicamba. All three of these ingredients should be listed on the label. You can purchase the herbicide alone in dry or liquid form or as a combination product, typically called weed and feed fertilizer. Dry pellet-type products are meant to be applied with a spreader and are most often used for fall weed control. If you choose liquid herbicides, you'll need to purchase a sprayer and mix the herbicide with water as the package directs. When using any herbicide, read and follow all instructions and precautions on the bag or container. Wear gloves and wear a mask. Never apply more than the recommended amount, and avoid spills. Timing your herbicide application is important. The very best time to go after many of these perennial weeds, and especially dandelions, is right after the nighttime temperatures dip below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also make your application right after the first frost in your area. The herbicide needs to stick to the plant, so apply it right after a rainfall or early in the morning while there's dew on your lawn. Calibrate your spreader according to the package directions. Close the hopper. And then carefully pour the product into the spreader. When spreading the dry herbicide or fertilizer-herbicide combination, walk at a normal pace behind the spreader. Close the hopper when you stop or turn. Then open it before continuing the application. Once you're done, return any unused material to its original container. If you calculated correctly, you shouldn't have anything left over. Be sure to hose out the spreader onto your lawn and not on your driveway. When spring arrives, you'll see that your efforts have paid off in the form of fewer weeds.